Parenting is an incredibly tough job, especially when living in poverty. In such circumstances, parents often resort to telling their kids all sorts of untrue things. Curious about the absurd lies poor parents tell? Stick around as we explore 10 lies your parents might have told you. But before we dive in, if you're new here, welcome. Consider subscribing to join our community, and don't forget to give this video a like to support the YouTube algorithm. Now, let's begin. When it comes to managing money, poor parents often teach their children to focus on lowering expenses, while the wealthy prioritize increasing their income. Many parents discourage takeout and insist on homemade meals to save money. They instill the mindset of always saving every last penny, sometimes to the point where life loses its enjoyment. But let's think about it. Do you believe the rich fret over a $5 coffee or a $30 movie ticket? Poor parents may make you feel guilty for desiring expensive things. However, before labeling these kids as spoiled, consider that wealthy parents concentrate on growing their income streams. By significantly increasing your earnings, you'll have ample cash left at the end of each month. This doesn't mean you have to toil around the clock. The more financially savvy you become, the less effort you'll need to exert in the real world. That's why Wall Street brokers earn far more than miners, despite the latter's arduous labor. So, who do you think expends more effort between the two? The age-old song keeps playing, proclaiming that money is the root of all evil. But if we pause and reflect, who is singing this tune? Is it someone with abundant wealth or someone struggling to make ends meet? The truth is, those uttering these words are nowhere near the realm of success, and they aren't content with their financial circumstances. This belief is often instilled by poor parents who constantly preach that money is the source of all misfortunes. Such a mindset breeds negativity and links a lack of money to their woes. However, this narrative is shallow because even with all the riches in the world, not all problems can be solved by money alone. Research reveals that when impoverished individuals suddenly come into money, it often leads to new and unfamiliar problems that they are ill-equipped to handle. Moreover, mismanagement and abuse can propel them further into despair. Conversely, the absence of money also invites its own set of unfortunate circumstances, highlighting the need for financial comfort. The wealthy understand this dynamic, treating money as a tool to propel them to the next level. They view it as a partner, not a savior. Money, after all, is simply pieces of paper and plastic adorned with drawings that we exchange for material value, nothing less and nothing more. Parents must cease taking money so personally and recognize its intended purpose. It exists to facilitate the exchange that improves our lives. It's akin to a pair of scissors. You can use them to cut hair or choose to harm yourself. Addressing your financial situation and explaining it to your children is crucial. However, poor parents often teach their kids that discussing finances with others, especially due to their less privileged background, is a shameful act. They discourage their children from sharing the reality of their home situation with friends to avoid unwanted attention or judgment from neighbors. Unfortunately, this approach instills negative traits in children. Financial literacy is immensely important, and learning the basics from home serves as a solid foundation. By sharing your past mistakes, kids can make informed decisions as they navigate life. In the majority of impoverished households, money remains a closely guarded secret. The children rarely have insight into their parents' income or how it is allocated. Money only becomes a topic of discussion when parents argue about its scarcity, leading the children to associate money with negativity. In contrast, wealthy parents prioritize discussing the value and significance of money within their household from an early age. They familiarize their children with the concept of exchanging value for services. Children are introduced to household expenses and find themselves in real-life scenarios where they quickly learn that earning money is far more challenging than it may seem. One of the misguided beliefs that poor parents often impart to their children is that the work of their hands will lead to wealth. However, this notion can also leave them exhausted and lacking motivation over time, as laboring hand-to-mouth becomes monotonous. The crucial distinction between getting rich and simply getting paid is where wealthy parents step in. They educate their children about the fundamental difference between the two concepts. For instance, many individuals in poverty earn money by performing tasks that someone else needs to be done, such as washing cars or answering phone calls. These jobs involve repetitive actions where one does the same thing over and over again. By teaching your child that using their hands is the primary means to make money, you inadvertently limit their potential to become the next Elon Musk. A notable characteristic among the wealthy is their aversion to repetitive work. They understand the value of outsourcing such tasks, allowing them to focus on solving significant problems. They consistently strive to address substantial challenges, as if it were synonymous with wealth accumulation. Consider how the delivery of newspapers transformed into content websites, a similar outcome with less hassle. People are willing to pay for solutions to their problems. Teach your children this principle, and they'll be well on their way to achieving great success. It is absurd for poor parents to tell their children that school is the sole key to success. Such a notion should not be heard from parents in the 21st century. Studies indicate a decline in school enrollment, particularly at the university level. Degrees, except for highly specialized fields like medicine, law, and engineering, are becoming increasingly irrelevant as people pursue their passions instead. Poor parents often pressure their children to excel academically, believing that good grades will guarantee a prosperous future. However, the reality is far from it. Some degrees have become obsolete, while successful entrepreneurs like Apple's founders were college dropouts. The belief that life follows a linear path from elementary to middle school, high school, and college needs to be challenged. Certain certifications can be beneficial, but they are not prerequisites for success. Just look at TikTokers earning millions, some of whom are still in high school or have dropped out. Therefore, before inundating children with books, it's essential to identify their talents and equip them with life skills that offer value beyond a traditional education. In families with a lower socioeconomic background, parents often closely monitor and scrutinize household expenses. Luxury items rarely find their way onto the shopping list. The focus is on maintaining the household using the bare essentials. Poor parents typically forego luxuries like air conditioning, considering them unnecessary expenditures. Additionally, they teach their children the art of rationing, ensuring that commodities last throughout the month, down to the last drop. Some may view this approach as frugality, but it becomes an integral part of parenting 101 in such circumstances. The belief that working hard guarantees wealth is a common narrative among poor parents. However, it's crucial to understand that relying solely on hard work for financial success is flawed. While diligence is valued, this mindset is outdated. If hard work were the sole determinant of wealth, factory workers would out-earn forex traders. The issue lies in the tendency for those in poverty to exchange time for money. Whether through extensive reading, seminars, or advanced degrees, the principle remains the same. The wealthy, in contrast, leverage their resources to generate additional wealth. Many individuals remain trapped in poverty, believing that substantial capital or labor-intensive work are the only paths to success. Conversely, the affluent actively seek passive income opportunities, regardless of the scale. They understand that the value lies not only in amassed wealth, but also in reclaiming time. While it is true that money plays a significant role in our lives, it is essential for parents to teach their children that money is not everything. Merely pursuing wealth does not guarantee a fulfilling life. Having all the money in the world does not equate to true happiness or personal growth. The key lies in investing in oneself. Becoming a valuable individual is far more important than amassing wealth alone. The world rewards those who bring value to others because they can create positive change and contribute meaningfully. Teaching children to invest in themselves and develop their skills and knowledge is crucial. Parents, both rich and poor, should emphasize the importance of personal growth and becoming valuable individuals. Encouraging children to embrace their talents, support their innovation, and cultivate a mindset of continuous learning can lead to both success and happiness. It is vital to instill in children the understanding that true richness comes from personal growth, knowledge, skills, and the positive impact they can make in the world. Due to financial constraints, poor parents often struggle to provide their children with an allowance. As a result, they may teach their kids that allowances are reserved for wealthy children with trust funds. In some cases, children are told they must earn their pocket money by completing chores or taking on additional tasks. This belief instills the notion that an allowance is a luxury only accessible to the affluent. Poor parents often prioritize putting food on the table without considering nutritional value. They may resort to inexpensive options like unflavored steel-cut oats, which they portray as healthy while in reality, it may be the only affordable choice available. Additionally, poor parents may promote a fast food culture, considering cheap fast food as a viable alternative to healthier options. In contrast, wealthy parents often prioritize their children's diet and may seek guidance from nutritionists. For a more comprehensive understanding, I recommend reading Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you in the next one.